Hello everyone, this is Luxury PL38. Today's video I would like to talk about the color rose clear because there's a few confusions, especially for the past 3 seasons, beginning with the cruise collections in December last year, 21C, 21P, and 21S, which is the current seasons. Chanel actually releases 3 different versions of rose clear, and that causes a lot of confusions. The cruise collections, pre-collections, and the spring summer collections. This is called rose clear, this is also called rose clear, and this is also called rose clear. There are 3 different shades of rose clear, and there's a lot of you guys actually send me a message and asking what the code is, because just the term itself, rose clear, you're not going to be able to get the bag that you want. You need to know which versions of the rose clear versions and the color code, which is this particular color code. If you look at the tag from Chanel items, they have all these different numbers, and the last 5 digits are the color code, and that is one of the most important number that you need to inform your SA, because that's the one that pinpoint the shades of the rose clear that you're after. For pink, Chanel will put the word pink, and for red, they will use the term rogue. The difference between pink and red is the one that is causing a lot of controversials and confusions, especially for the past few months, because they are all considered rose clear, which is light pink, and Chanel does not use light pink. They simply use rose clear for colors that are in between pink and red. So all these are actually considered as rose clear. As you can see, the term or the color rose clear, it covers a huge shades of light pink or rose clear, with the shades of lavender a little bit of beige, a little bit of both lavender and beige. And these are the term rose clear that Chanel uses. This code is the NA116 rose clear, the cruise collections, and this is the NB353 rose clear, which is the P collections, and this is the current season, the 21S versions of the rose clear. The code is NC022. So all these 3 have different color codes of the term rose clear. It makes it a little bit easier, especially if you're trying to track down a particular item. You need those color code, because simply by saying you want a rose clear item, your SA might not be able to help you track it down, because you need the code and you also need the seasons. This is the 21 cruise collections, this is the 21P collections, and this is the current season 21S2 collections. One thing you have to know, it does make it a little bit easier for your SA to find if you give them the seasons plus the code for the rose clear, because we all know that Chanel rarely repeat the color code. So for these versions of it, it is only released during the 21C collection, the cruise collections. It does not get released the same shades of color for the next seasons. So that makes it a little bit easier. If you're after this, you can only find it for the cruise collections, 21C. If you're after this color code of rose clear, it is only available in the P collection 21P, which is the pre-spring summer collections. It does not, you are not going to be able to find the same shades of rose clear on any other seasons. So if you're after this, it is the 21S collections. So you can only find it during the 21S collections, which is the current season, the spring summer. It does not get released for any other seasons after that. So that makes it a little bit easier for your SA to track it down. And I just want to make a point because this is the current season. As you are aware, the mini rectangular, this is in calfskin. The code for this is NC022. And my SLG is in caviar. It is the same color as this. It is also using the same color code, which is NC022. They're both the same color. However, you can see a slight differences because this is in caviar and this is in the calfskin leather. I would say this brings out a little bit of lavender because of the grains. As you're aware, the caviar has a slightly bigger grains. You can see it. And it does bring a little bit of more lavender to it. I'm just going to show you. I believe the color code for this NC022 also comes in the classic flap in the calfskin, and it might actually be available in caviar as well in the classic flap. So just be mindful that the code is not sufficient to track down because you need to let your SA know the particular style that you're after, whether the mini rectangular, the classic flaps, and also the seasons of the color 21S, 21P, 21C. So I hope it's not too confusing. And I just want to point out one thing because this is the caviar 21S collections, rose clear, whereas this was actually released last year, and the lilac cocoa handle, they actually call this lilac. Chanel actually called this officially on the receipt lilac. It wasn't being called rose clear. However, this year, this is called rose clear. There is a little bit of similarity in terms of the lavender. They both has very strong lavender shades, but Chanel recognized this as lilac purple. However, this year, Chanel recognized this as rose clear, even though it does have a very strong lavender look to it. That's in calfskin, that's in caviar. Lilac, rose clear, rose clear. I just want to point out that the 21P Rose Clear, which is the one that I'm holding right now, the cocoa handle, this is obviously in caviar, but I've seen the 21P Rose Clear also comes in lambskin in the style of the classic mini rectangular. So bear in mind that the 21P Rose Clear also comes in caviar and lambskin. Pretty much the same as the 21S, calfskin, and caviar. The calfskin is actually iridescent. You can see a little bit of shimmery, glittery effect. That's because it is the iridescent coating of the calfskin. However, as far as I know, the caviar versions of it is not iridescent. I actually have two SLG in the caviar, and that's the card holder. They're both caviar. However, I'm just going to put it there so that you can see the comparison. However, they're not iridescent. Finally, I just want to do a comparison between the 21P Rose Clear and the 20P collections last year. So those two are the P versions of the Rose Clear. This was last year 20, and this is this current year 21 Rose Clear. They are both the P color, and you can see a little bit of similarities. Bear in mind this is in the goat skin and this is in caviar. This also comes in lambskin in the mini rectangular as mentioned before. And finally, I'm just gonna put them side by side and hopefully can clarify a few things. And all these are the comparison in terms of the color. If you're interested in any particular one and if you need a code, it might be actually useful for your essay to track them down. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions or comments, please do so in the sections below.